One sunny afternoon, Trisha was feeling a little creative. As she flipped through her favorite recipe book, she spotted a delicious recipe for chocolate chip cookies. "This is it.
Let's make chocolate chip cookies, Trish,"
she exclaimed, her eyes sparkling with excitement. Trish, her 2-year-old sister, clapped her tiny hands and jumped up and down.
"Cookie, cookie,"
she squealed, her curly hair bouncing with joy. Trisha gathered all the ingredients from the kitchen: flour, sugar, butter, eggs, and of course, chocolate chips.
"First, we need to wash our hands," Trisha said, leading Trish to the sink.
They both scrubbed their hands, giggling as the water splashed around. Once their hands were clean, Trisha set up the mixing bowl on the counter.
"Okay, Trish. Time to mix."
She poured in the butter and sugar, letting Trish watch in awe. Trisha handed Trish a little bowl with some flour.
"Can you help me stir this?"
Trish took the little bowl and tried to stir, but flour went everywhere. It puffed into the air like a cloud and covered both sisters in a fine white dust. Trisha burst into laughter, and Trish giggled, her cheeks dusted with flour.
"Oh, mess,"
Trisha said playfully, shaking her head. After cleaning up the flour storm, they continued mixing the ingredients together. Trisha carefully cracked the eggs into the bowl.
"Now, we need to mix it all up,"
she said as she grabbed the big spoon. Trish was eager to help, so Trisha gave her a smaller spoon.
As they stirred, Trisha explained, "We're making the dough. It's like magic."
Trisha's eyes widened as she watched the mixture come together.
"Magic," she repeated, excitedly stirring her spoon.
Once the dough was ready, it was time for the best part: adding the chocolate chips. "Let's put in a whole handful," Trisha suggested, demonstrating by pouring in a generous amount. Trish watched closely and then tried to do the same, but a few chocolate chips bounced out of her little hand and rolled across the counter. "Oops."
"Chase them," Trisha laughed, and they both scrambled to catch the runaway chocolate chips, giggling as they did so.
After they finished mixing, Trisha said, "Now we need to scoop the dough onto the baking sheet." She showed Trish how to use the spoon to make little mounds of cookie dough. Trish looked focused as she tried to mimic her sister, some of the dough ending up on the floor. "More cookies on the floor,"
she declared, laughing.
With all the dough on the baking sheet, Trisha carefully placed it in the oven. "Now we have to wait for them to bake."
"Can you help me set a timer?" she asked.
Trish nodded, her eyes wide with anticipation. While they waited, Trisha suggested, "Let's clean up our mess and sing a song."
They started singing their favorite song about cookies, dancing around the kitchen while picking up flour and chocolate chips.
Finally, the timer rang, and the delicious smell of cookies filled the air. "They're